All right, y'all. You know what it is. You saw the thumbnail. So we're going to just go ahead and get right into it. So I think this is going to be mostly oracle and divination. Oh my God, my cat is wilding out this morning. So you might see a paw, you might see a tail. Yeah. So just wanted to warn you, if you see things in the camera, it's my cat's tail because he will not get off of my reading table. He is my familiar, so he loves all things spiritual. He loves my candles. He loves to lay on my decks. It's outrageous. But he's here and he's not getting down. I threw him down and he came right back up. So there's like something in the window. I don't know if it's a bird. I don't know if it's a plane. No, I don't know what it is, but he is just like sitting here looking up at something that he wants to get to. So that's what's going on here this Sunday morning. Anyway, this video was inspired by Magical Flowers. Is it Magical Flowers Tarot? Let me see. Yeah, Magical Flowers Tarot. So I just found her, because I just started this channel. So now that I started this channel, it's like all of like these kinds of readings are actually coming up in my timeline. So I watched her video. Literally, I watched it like 30 minutes ago and I was like, oh my God, I have to come on for myself. So yeah, let's go. Okay. So the first thing I want to know is what so recap. Azealia Banks, DC Young Fly. Azealia Banks went on Wildin' Out. I'm not sure when. I know it was before COVID. Yeah, it would have had to have been before COVID. And he was, it's like they do the dozens, you know what I mean? But I guess he said some things, well, not I guess, he said some things that really upset her. She started crying. I didn't really watch the episode, but when it happened, I watched like a few YouTube videos here and there. So I did see her crying and stuff like that. And so I guess she was really upset about it. And then, of course, he had the unfortunate passing of his. Wildin' Out is not a show that I really watch. I've seen a little cat. Please get down. You're making this very difficult. Thank you. Get in the window. Okay. Yeah, Wildin' Out. So I wasn't familiar with him. I did see the news of I'm not sure if she was his wife or whatever. She was his partner. She had children, and I guess she was having plastic surgery was it last week or the week before? And she passed. So sad. So then I did go back after the hubbub. I went back and I just like looked at like snippets of her videos, and just so sad. So, rest in peace, Jackie O. I'm not sure what her real name was. If folks feel called, maybe light a candle so that her spirit can begin to ascend. I will not be reading on her because I don't read on people who have recently passed, because I was taught that you shouldn't do that because not shouldn't, but it wasn't advised. This is the way I took it. It's not advised because the spirit is still it's like it's still on the elevator. You know what I'm saying? It hasn't reached its final quote unquote destination. And so we're pulling on the energy and of a new spirit, of a new soul. So that's why I'm not going to read on her. I wasn't gonna read on him either because I feel like she's still like she's connected to him, right? Like she has his children. So I felt like even reading on him, um, there are those ducks again. Wow. And they got something else out there. They got a whole farm. Good for them. So even reading on him, I felt like was kind of reading on her. But I am curious about AB. So we're going to read on AB because after Jackie O passed, and for folks who already know this, you can feel free. I'm going to put a timestamp on this because somebody said I explain things too much. I do talk a lot. I'm sorry. I have a Gemini moon. So I feel like I have to explain things because I talk fast. So I feel like I have to explain things so people know where I am. All right. So anyway, so after she passed, Azealia Banks came out and said, yay, this door is closed. Basically, she said she was like sending bad vibes to him and that she was glad that his wife passed, okay? And that he has self-hate towards himself and that Jackie O must have been very insecure and yeah, basically she was like, she don't feel bad that his partner is dead. She's glad and that she did spiritual work to facilitate that transition. So of course, you know, people, the internet is ablaze. You know what I'm saying? People are very, you know, people are upset. Some people are upset, but at the same time, they're like, well, she had a point about some of the things that she said about him, not about the lady. So that's where we're at. So my question is about the work. Like, did she really do work on him? Okay. And also to make this happen, and also oh, and the lady did pass on AB's birthday. AB is a Gemini. And one thing I say about Geminis is that they are a mirror. So that's that on that. All right. So, but I also just want to I want to tap into AB's energy just like overall. So I got a bunch of cards out here, y'all. I got goddess decks. I got my Egyptian oracle deck. I got mad decks. So it's like, I don't even know which one to start at with this. Okay, this one. Okay, so the first thing they want to talk about is the goddess energy around Azealia Banks. Azealia Banks is very talented. She is so talented. She can sing, she can dance, but that mouth, that's the thing though, Gemini, Mercury ruled signs. That mouth is, you know, Gemini, Kanye West, Donald Trump, like, you know, they could go either way, you know what I'm saying? They could go either way. Then you have Prince, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh God, they could go any, and again, I have a Gemini moon, but I didn't know that for a long time until I started getting into my chart. But, that Mercury tongue, you know, Mercury, it's like Hermes, you know, it's the communicator, God's communicator, you know, that's what Gemini is all about, communication. Okay. All right. This is where the official reading is going to start. If you fast forward it past all my ramblings, I might even call this ramblings in my, in the thing. Okay, let's go. What's the energy around Azealia Banks? Ciao. Let me light some incense first. And then this is the other thing too. If you all find yourselves being like activated, I like to say activated instead of triggered from these readings or even this energy. And this is the other thing too that Magical Flowers was talking about. And she's so right. You got to do your spiritual hygiene, folks. You got to do your spiritual protection. There's a lot of things happening in the world. You know what I'm saying? I believe the world is a beautiful place. That's my orientation to the world. I feel like it's important to say that because I do believe what we say. Our words have power. So I think the world is a beautiful place, but lots of things happen that we would wish didn't happen. All right. So do your spiritual hygiene. I have to Palo Santo myself, and so I'm actually using sage. This was actually gifted to me. Our Native American siblings asked that we not buy sage. So, and this is my last sage bundle because somebody gave it to me. And I was like, well, shit, they gave it to me. I got to use it. So, yeah. So I would say maybe grow your own sage, because what's happening is because sage has become so commercialized, native folks who typically use this have asked, like years ago, actually, my teacher asked us to stop buying sage like in 2019. So if you could not buy sage, that would be amazing. You can buy your own, you can make your own, you can use basil. There's lots of other things that you can use to cleanse your space besides sage. So there's that. All right, let's go. My God. Okay. Bottom of the deck. What we got? Mystery. Listen, they wanted me to work with these That's why I took out my Egyptian deck. Period. So the question was, what kind of work, quote unquote, is she doing? The first thing we get here is new. Mystery. Now, one of the things that Magical Flowers said that I totally agree with is you don't have to believe in the spiritual world for it to affect you, okay? I know that many of us grew up, like me, watching Amityville Horror, like all the things, okay? And saying, well, if you don't believe in it, that's kind of what Hollywood taught us. If you don't believe in it, it can't affect you. That's a lie. That's a lie, okay? Just like it's like electricity, right? And we are electric. Our bodies are electric. They're energetic, right? So you don't have to believe in energy, right? I mean, you don't have to have a belief in electricity. But when you walk in your house and you flick the switch, the electricity comes on, right? So it's the same with stuff like this, okay? Work is work. Spirit is spirit. So we have mystery here. So what I feel like this is actually Azealia. Not saying she's nude. I mean, no, absolutely not. But this is her. Damn, this is fucking mad. This is wild right here. So this is her literally reaching up to the skies, calling for help from beyond. Now, we know she does work. Blessings to Azealia Banks too, because clearly she's in pain, okay? And I want this channel to be a channel of love. So if you feel yourself getting activated by anything that I say in this video and your fingers start to get agitated and you feel like you have to say something negative, please don't. Okay? Please don't. Please go to another channel, because I don't want this space to be a space of negativity. Okay? That's not how I live my life, and I don't want that on this channel, right? So blessings to you. If you feel activated, I would say log off now, because I'm not going to say anything bad about Azealia Banks. I'm not going to say anything bad about DC Young Fly, all right? We're sending blessings to everyone. We're lighting candles for everyone, water for, everyone, okay? We're wishing everyone well here. So if you don't vibe with that, please log off now. All right. So prayers to AB, okay? Because clearly she's in pain. Now, This to me is confirmation. The other piece, though, is this mystery here with Newt. Two things. This goes to what I was saying about you don't have to believe in work. You don't have to believe in magic. You don't have to believe in the world of spirit for somebody to do work on you. And we know that by the society that we live in. Okay? A lot of the things we watch, politics, all of those things, you know, a lot of the sort of building blocks of this country were built using technology, magical speech, spells, quote unquote, on the masses. Okay. That's my personal belief. Okay. So this mystery here, though, it feels like she tapped into the world of mystery. She is connected to the dark things. She is connected to the occult, something that is hidden, and also something that is disregarded. Okay? Now, this Ouroboros here, the snake that is eating its own tail, she is on a mysterious journey. She is on a, dare I say, dangerous journey. A journey that is being fulfilled by her desires. All right? Shit. The Ouroboros is also an alchemical. It's Greek in nature. This Ouroboros, it's from Greek mythology, so to say. And this also is an alchemical symbol. It is about, quote unquote, not so much karma, but it's more about like the wheel of life. So she is using magic because I'm hearing it is in her bloodline, but she's using it, the way she's using it is keeping her in a cycle, I'm hearing, that's not beneficial. Okay? Now, did she have, oh no, they want to keep talking about the goddesses for a minute. Okay. So what other entities? She went to lots of different, I think that's why I have the kitchen sink of things here. She went to, and it's not just for him. She's, wow. Okay. Huh. So we have Nefertum. And this is about completeness. It's like she will take a little from here. She might take a little from Wicca. She might take a little from chaos magic. She might take a little from Santeria, right? When she really wants to get work done, not saying that she's like mixing mediums, so to say, but she will use whatever she can to get the job done, or she did. She used whatever she could to, because what I feel like is AB has a list like Santa Claus, and she's checking it twice, all right? And she's not checking to see who's nice. She's checking to see who was naughty to her. Now, as I think about this, I think about she had something happen to her with what's his name? Damn it. Was it Elon Musk? Russell Crowe? I think she said she was sexually assaulted several years back, and there was some rapper that was with her. I'm gonna have to go back and look, and I'll put it in the thing afterwards. But I feel like if we look at the careers of the people that she says like physically did something to her or energetically did something to her, I would be curious to see how they're faring right now. Okay, because I feel like she has a list, and her desire, I don't know if she was bullied as a child or what, but her desire is to make people feel how she has felt. And again, I feel like that's this Ouroboros here. The snake, it's chasing its own tail. I don't think she realizes that she didn't have to do all this. She didn't have to do all of the things that she's doing. Let's look and see what this completeness is. Card number 36. Numerology, 3 plus 6 is 9. And so that's our completion there. Wow. So she had a hand in completing. She is completing. She's having a list, and it's almost like, again, she has a list and she is crossing people off. Like, okay, did that, did that, did that. But it's chaotic. So some of it works. Some of it does splash back on her. It's not doing what she thinks it's gonna do. Okay. So Nefertum. His name means perfect, without equal. He is the god of perfumes. Oh, interesting. Who relieves suffering, and also the god of immortality. Yeah, I saw the life key here. I saw the Ankh. And so I was wondering if it had something to do with death. So she has something to do with it, y'all. He also the god of immortality. He is represented as a young boy dressed in a simple skirt with a lotus flower on his head. And the lotus flower is all about birth and regeneration. He represents the complete fusion with the universe, the ultimate success, triumph in initiatives, the fullness of one's own energies. Follow the heavenly direction, and you will have the right reward and the right place in higher spiritual hierarchy. Remember that the initiate is the one that carries the seed of light within him. Y'all, you know what? And here's tea. I came on here because I wanted to see for myself if she had something to do with this situation. And the cards say she did. And I guess this is important to say about curses and hexes. We think curses and hexes are like somebody sitting around with a pot, stirring it, putting potions in. And in this case, yes, that's what happened. But a curse, a hex can also be repetitive, negative thoughts thrown. Like, because one of the teachers that, one of the things that my teacher teaches us is every time we speak, we are either speaking arrows or we are speaking flowers. And so a lot of the work that she has us do is we do a lot of spiritual protection and pulling thorns out of our aura. And because we constantly want to be doing our spiritual hygiene to protect ourselves, right? But we also have to be careful about the words that we speak. And I too have I have a Gemini moon, all right? And I have my sun conjunct Mercury, right? So my mouth can be something, but I really have worked over the years, and it still can get away with me, but I have worked over the years to watch my tongue, because what do they say? The mouth is a sword. Life and death is in the tongue. And so, yes, I do believe she was like stirring in her cauldron, right? But I also believe just the words. So you could say, she hexed him with her words. She hexed him with her thoughts. Like I said, she went into the kitchen and she took everything she had. Y'all saw all them chickens and stuff like that. If you follow Azealia Banks, all them chickens and stuff like that she had in her closet. She believes in this stuff. And so that's the other thing I want to say about this. It doesn't matter if he didn't believe in it, if he didn't take her seriously. She took herself seriously, okay? She takes this stuff seriously. This is her life. We got the Newt, we got the Ouroboros, and we got Nefertiti, right? She's not playing around. And we got Desire. She's not playing. She's serious about this thing, all right? What else do y'all want to say about Azealia Banks? What do you want to say about Azealia Banks' workings? What do you want to say? Feeling safe. Tituba. Now this is interesting. So Tituba, for those of you all who may not know about Tituba, it's interesting that they say feeling safe here, but I'll tell you about Tituba. Tituba was people described her as, so I learned it. So this is from the book, The Crucible. The Crucible was written by Arthur Miller about the Salem witch trials. All right. But it wasn't really about the Salem witch trials. It was about the McCarthyism that was happening when Arthur Miller was alive. Arthur Miller then went on to marry Marilyn Monroe. Okay. So this was about the Salem witch trials, right? Where everybody was turning on each other and accusing people of being witches. Now, truth be told, the majority of what happened in the witch trials, there's only like a few people the people weren't really killed in Salem. They were killed in the town over. I go to Salem every year on my birthday. So they were actually killed in the town over. There were only about 2 or 3 people that were actually killed in Salem. But the whole point is people were turning on each other and accusing people of being witches so that people wouldn't turn on them, so that they wouldn't be accused of being a witch, okay? So the same thing with during the McCarthy era. People were turning on people, particularly everyday people, politicians were looking at people in Hollywood, calling them communists and things like that, blacklisting them. So, people like Paul Dunbar had to go to other countries. Paul Dunbar's black actor. People like that, they had to go to other countries to get work. They couldn't get work. Muhammad Ali refused to fight in the Vietnam War, so he was blacklisted, right? All of these things were happening. It was called the Red Scare. Everybody was accused of being a communist, right? And they targeted people in Hollywood because they were liberal, because they were fighting for civil rights, things like that, right? Anybody that was like outside of what they were trying to make happen politically, basically keeping the status quo. Anybody that went against that, they labeled them a communist, blacklisted them, they couldn't get houses, work, etc. Period. So that's what the Crucible was about, but set in historical times. Tituba was the quote unquote slave in the Crucible. Now, it is said that she was from the Barbados. She was not African American. Okay, they're saying she was Arawak. She was of the Arawak nation, or she was from the Barbados. Okay. Tituba was the one in the Crucible because they were accusing her of being a witch. So she accused she admitted to it. And she talked about how she worked with the devil, how she danced with the devil. She basically was like, okay, y'all want a story? I'm finna give you a story. Yes, I made the girls. I taught the girls devil worship. We danced with the devil at midnight, blah, blah, blah. She told a tall tale. And because she told that tale, she actually survived. She was not killed. The people in the town were killed. All right? And Tituba, because there's all these other books. There's a book called I, Tituba. I have that book. I need to read it, actually. I, Tituba. There's a book called Tituba's Revenge. I think there's lots of things written about Tituba. And they say that she escaped and she went further up north and lived her life. Now, it's interesting that this will come up in a reading about AB, right? Because here she is showing up as the witch. Here she is showing up as, I did that shit. I did that shit. That shit happened on my birthday. That was a great present. This door, I think she said something like, this door is finally closed or something like that. So this is just further confirmation that she literally went into her crock pot and put all types of stuff in it. What was she trying to, what is the energy that surrounds Azealia Banks and DC Young Fly? What's the energy? What's the energy? You know, and it's so crazy because I do this stuff and it's like, I can't believe she did. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't believe the cards myself. I can't believe it. I cannot believe that she, wow. Like, she did that shit. Confused. Frustration. Astonished. Overwhelmed and bemused. So let's take these one by one. Let's take these one by one. Okay. What is the energy around this bemusement? Oh, it's so funny because I just said I can't believe it. And this is what this says. It says, it's one of those I can't believe that just happened moments. Period. I can't believe it. She can't believe it. Oh my God. She can't believe it worked. She can't believe it worked. Spirit, she can't believe it worked because she's done so many other things and nothing happened. Like, why? She can't believe it worked. You see this, right? Y'all see this, right? Y'all, listen, salt water, whatever you got after you see this reading, just cleanse yourself, okay? Just cleanse yourself, because my God, she literally cannot believe that it worked, that she hit her target. My God. And here's the thing. Overwhelmed, confused, astonished, and she was feeling frustration. What is this confusion about? Well, I think she's confused. I think she's just confused for entertainment purposes only. I think she's confused about, is she confused about her purpose? Yeah, she's confused. I cannot believe this. Oh my God. Wow, this is fucking crazy. This is fucking crazy. So, she's confused. She's confused about, let me see, this says yes here. Why she doesn't have the things that she wants to have. Why she's not sitting in the Nine of Pentacles. Damn. Was there envy here? Was there jealousy here, Spirit? Was there envy here? I mean, there's got to be, right? Oh, shit. Zoe Flowers is wrong. Ain't no damn envy. Excuse me. The fuck do I know? Ain't no envy. She's not, nope. It's not envy. This is a card of being materialistic. Wanting things for herself. Wow. wanting that Nine of Pentacles. So she wasn't jealous of what other people have. She wanted for herself. She felt out of control in that situation. So she was like, you know what? I'm going to take my control. And this is not typically how the card is read, but I'm going to read it like this, okay? Because this is what I'm hearing intuitively. Earth, air, fire, water. So remember I said she went into the kitchen and she took everything out of the cabinets and threw it in her crock pot? So she worked with the elements, right? Earth, air, fire, water. She worked with the 4 directions, north, south, east, west. Why do I have that lith, but like that girl, Prometheus, like Keely. Yeah, to help her with her frustration. She used everything at her disposal. These pentacles could also be the money that she paid to have this work done. I'm getting out of this energy. That's what I got. Goodbye. Like, share, and subscribe.